This week on Scam School, I am defeated in the arena of combat and must release my greatest trick ever.
Oh, what's that on your shirt? It's an episode of Scam School brought to you by Jack Threads.
Welcome to the teenager that spent its first 4 years destroying its liver. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Howdy, I'm Brushwood, and this week we have a puzzle, a conundrum, and a worldwide release of something that I honestly never ever thought I would share with any of you. It may in fact be the single cleverest thing I've ever created in all of magic, and now I'm gonna give it up. Sort of. Not right away. You don't give it up just for free. You know that rule, right? All right, who do we got here? What's your name, man?
I'm Justin.
Justin and?
Jess.
Jess, wonderful to see you guys. How good are you with logical conundrums? You know, like troubleshooting, trying to figure out something. What's the, what belongs where and how? You good at that or not so good?
I've built a computer.
There you go.
So
you
pretty
passed
good.
the test, sir.
Okay.
Nice.
And you're with the guy who built a computer,
That's
which is
right,
good
that's
enough for
right.
me.
Thank you.
That's all that matters.
My Vanna White.
All right, so here's the thing. I got a challenge for you guys, and I'm not gonna lie, this one totally fooled me. It was originally presented to me as a totally hypothetical riddle, but I've decided to make it a real-life physical challenge here. So here's what I've done. I've got 3 cables attached to 3 light bulbs attached to 3 plugs. The plugs, because I'm just that clever with names, are number 1, number 2, and number 3. The light bulbs are A, B, and C.
Okay.
Now obviously, because I'm just so handy, I mixed all of these up so much that there's no possible way for you to tell which light bulb goes to which of these 3 plugs.
Correct.
Okay? I also ran this extension cord right down below the bar, and there are 3 inputs here. So if this was a wide open system, for example, right now, you could plug in number 1 and then write down which of these 3 turned on. Then plug in number 2, see which one, plug in number 3, and you would know.
Okay.
If I was gonna make it slightly challenging, I would say, okay, all these light bulbs are inside this box, so you can't see. You would plug one in, or maybe 2 of them in. You would lift it up, write down the results, maybe switch some and then lift it up, check again, and figure out very quickly, a very simple deduction of which one goes where.
Right.
But the one rule is that you only get to lift up this box once. With that in mind, is it possible to figure out 100% certain which number plug goes to which letter of light bulb?
I might need half a pitcher of beer.
Okay.
And a cup.
So you need me to get a half pitcher of beer.
I think I see one over there that doesn't look worth it.
Are you trying to scam a scammer? Are you trying to get me to buy you a half a friggin'
That's
pitcher?
right. That's what we need.
I don't think I've ever. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on, Tiger.
All right.
Get that pitcher of beer.
Now, the first thing, you have to make sure there isn't too much head when you pour a beer.
Yes. No, I understand. It's all part of the science.
Right, with the IPA.
All right. Well, that's good. And?
This is good beer.
I'm pretty lazy. And I'm also selfish. See, I'm lazy because I don't want to go to a whole bunch of online shopping sites looking for stuff like Stussy, Kid Robot, Hurley, Converse, Vans. But I'm also selfish because if I do find them, I surely don't want to pay full price. Full price is for suckers, man. The host is Scam School, which is why I love Jack Threads. Jack Threads is the home of 80% off. 80% off? Are you crazy? No, man. It's a real deal. It's our most popular sponsor here at Scam School. Head on over to jackthreads.com/scam. You'll get your hands on all the sweetest fashions. You'll have smarter people than you who have better taste than you picking out what's available. And the best part of, you'll be sticking it to the man because you won't be paying full price. Do me a favor. See how it's beautiful out? Ain't gonna happen forever. Like all good things, this turns into a terrible place with nothing but snow and death all around you. Welcome to winter, which means it's time to update your winter wardrobe, which means it's time to go to jackthreads.com/scam.
What you do is you plug it in.
Yep, all right. See, and you can see there's one of them is on. Something is lit.
So this works.
Okay.
So that light is on.
Yeah.
So now what you do is you tell a story. So what's your wife's name?
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Bonnie, yeah.
Bonnie. You know, my sister-in-law's name is Bonnie.
Where's this headed?
Well, what needs to happen is some time to pass. So when you plug in a light, the problem with light bulbs for a long time and with any kind of circuitry, is that when you plug something in, and light is created, you end up losing a bunch of heat.
Yeah.
Heat has to go somewhere.
No, that's true.
So when you touch your hand to a light bulb, it's hot. I don't know if you've done this. It's hot. It burns. You know, you lose some skin.
Yeah.
So what you do is you let one cook for a little bit.
I like this, but I'm the one closest to these.
She's already getting hot. You're making her hot, and she's clearly bothered.
That's right. Don't worry about it. I'll touch it. I'll go. Ah, that burns. Oh, I can't say that on TV. So I will scream an expletive, and it'll be all right. So now what we're gonna. So that was number 3.
Right.
Your job is to remember number 3.
Okay,
All right.
got it.
Okay. Teamwork. Now what we're gonna do? I think we can lift up the box.
This is your one chance.
This is the one
what
chance.
What you got, son?
So 3 is C and 1 is B.
Holy cow, which means 2 has to be A. You freaking saw that. That's amazing. Did that just occur to you? Have you heard of this one before?
I have, actually.
This is amazing. I love it. Congratulations,
Thank
dude.
you.
Very well done. I have a very special gift for you. All night tonight, I've been performing what may be the single greatest magic trick I've ever invented. Every magician I've ever respected and loved has told me that this is the best illusion of its kind. And I performed it for a whole bunch of people. I'm going to start it with you guys, and we'll also see them perform it as well. Sound good?
Okay.
First of all, let's talk about mind reading. You believe in mind reading, ESP, that kind of thing?
Not really, no.
So you went, no, not at all. Definitely not.
No.
And what about you, Jess?
I've seen some interesting things, but there's always some sort of an
Still bogus, right? Okay, what if I told you I was, in fact, the world's foremost mind reader?
I would not believe you.
Well, screw you then. All right, I intend to prove this, all right? If you were to think of any word in the English language, and I were to have correctly predicted that word, we'd have something just short of a miracle, right?
Okay.
But if I were to ask you to think of a word off the top of your head, there's certain psychological predispositions you'd have that would line up with like maybe 100 or 200 of the most popular words to come up with on the spot, right? So I figure something a little more fair would be to pick a word at random from 100,000 possible words. So I grabbed 3 books everybody's heard of, if not read. First off, some people like scary books, so I got Stephen King's The Shining. The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, you read it? Okay, that's 2. We got my favorite fantasy book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Have you read it?
No, but I've seen the movie.
Close enough. Which of these 3 books do you guys, you can confer, which one do you want to use for this experiment?
I like the Da Vinci Code. Let's do that one.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to give you the chance once and only once to change your mind. You want to change your mind?
I say nay.
Are you sure?
I'm good with the Da Vinci Code.
Because it's the only chance you get. All right, now, have you read the Da Vinci Code?
No, I have not.
Do me a favor, you've seen the movie, you said.
I know, yeah.
Riffle through, make sure it really is a copy of the Da Vinci Code. Make sure that really is a copy of The Shining, and it's not some kind of tricky magic book. And as you riffle through the pages, I want you to stop on any page you want out of the entire book. Let me know once you found a page you like, but don't say which one it is.
We're flipping.
Jamie,
Okay, we found a
all right,
page.
I want you to pick.
Which one is it?
Look around on that page, pick a gigantic, interesting word. A big, fat, interesting word. You got one? Not a character name or a chapter heading. That would be too easy to figure out. You got one?
Yes.
Excellent. Remember that word, close the book. Remember that word, close the book. Now what we've done is the fairest way I can think of to pick a word. 100,000 possible words. You pick the book, you pick the page, you pick the word. All right, you're thinking of a word?
I'm thinking of a word.
I'm gonna try to figure out your word.
Try.
I want you to focus on the first letter of this
Okay.
word. I want you to think of an animal that begins with the same letter as this word. All right, focus on that animal.
Okay.
Project it over here. Good. Got it for the first time, Roberto. What animal are you thinking of?
An aardvark.
Fox.
Eagle.
Horse.
A horse.
A horse. That's a good one.
Correctly predicted.
Oh, whatever. That is so vague.
No, that's a horse.
Idiot.
It's a horse.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
I understand. It's all right. It's not about the animal. It's about the word. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can salvage something out of this. Once and for all, Roberto, what word were you thinking of?
Absent-mindedly.
Absent-mindedly is the exact word
Holy
that popped
crap.
into my mind. Embarrassment?
Yeah.
That's the exact word that popped into my mind as well.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, let's see if we can do one more experiment. Let me get Cody, pan out over to these guys. We got random folks in the crew there. Pan over to them. You, 3 of you, yeah, Adam, Vonnie, and John, get over, hold up fists, like you're at some kind of disturbing rally. Vonnie, hold up your fist. I want you, show me some number of digits on you, and not this one, I'm on to you, all right? Show me some number of fingers. There you go, so we got a 1, a 2, and a 3. All right, and here's what I want you to do, Portia. I want you to, the 1, 2, and 3 could be page 321.
It could be 213, it could be 123, whatever page number you want. Secretly, to yourself, decide what page you want it to be.
Okay.
You got a page? I want you to open to that page, but don't say or let me see it, and don't tell me anything. I'm gonna draw a little, I'm gonna turn around this way, and I had a vision, and this doesn't mean a lot to me. It's just a visual image I have. Here's what I want you to do. Portia, I want you to read the top line of whatever page you chose.
Danny pulled open the cover of the book.
Which is weird, because that's what popped into my mind. For a half decade now, I've toured all over the world doing this routine, and no lie, I've only sold this to date to 10 mentalists, 10 mind readers, 10 stage performers. The reason I'm selling it now is because I found out recently that Random House only had about 500 copies left in the world of the original 1990 printing of The Shining. So like Da Vinci Code and Harry Potter, I can get plenty of those. But for my trick to work, you also needed a hard copy of The Shining. So I spent a crazy amount of money that I don't have to buy out all the remaining copies of The Shining on planet Earth. And I'm going to transform those legitimate copies into my awesome book trick copies. And I'm gonna make them available at scamstuff.com. Dude, it is the closest thing to what feels like real mind reading.
It's personally my favorite trick of yours. Like I've seen it so many times, it's one of my favorites.
And now you can do it, you lazy bastard.
It was astounding.
That was astounding.
I like that. I'm glad you like it. Now you can do it. First and foremost, want to give a huge thanks to Steve Hillen for sending in the light bulb puzzle. I had never seen it before. Apparently it's been around the whole freaking world if I got defeated by it. But it brings up a good point. Whenever you get beaten at the bar, be gracious. Just move on to the next scam and score more free drinks for yourself, right? How easy is that? Second of all, I am dead serious, guys. This book test is the single greatest magic effect I've ever created. The level of response I get from magicians has been utterly phenomenal. I'm super humbled, and I'm really excited to see what happened. We're starting a pre-sales event right now. I'm serious about the exclusivity. Only 500 sets will ever be created, so get in now at scamstuff.com. Hop in, because the price is only gonna go up on these suckers. Speaking of which, I want to hear about all your success stories and your failure stories. Post them in the comments below, or better yet, hit me up on Twitter at Schwood, on Google+, Schwood, and at facebook.com/Schwood. Don't forget, if you want to suggest your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. And don't forget to join us next week, because I am going to cry repeatedly because someone hurt my feelings. Someone didn't like my old hairstyle or my new hairstyle. And they want my new hairstyle to look like my old hairstyle. I'm so confused, Internet. What am I supposed to do?